Hello, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic. I'm a little bit late, but this is my craft favourites for April. So this is where I share something old and something new. And I purposely try to avoid anything that I do in my craft haul because I do like to have a chance to play with it and enjoy it before it becomes a craft favourite. So let's start with something new. The first thing I want to share with you is Creative Fabrica. Now I did put this on my Facebook page. I came across it and oh man, I have had so much use out of this. There's heaps of free designs. It's great if you like cut files. It's even got pattern papers similar to AC Digital's. It's got embroidery patterns, sewing patterns. There is heaps of stuff on here. Oh, and fonts as well. So if you're like me and you love to use different fonts in your Cricut, it has literally got everything. A lot of it is free. Now when I joined, I didn't originally subscribe and it was probably about a week or two in, I then got an offer. It was only $1, a US dollar, to actually have a 4-week subscription. It's normally $19. So I took the plunge. I cancelled my Cricut subscription, which is 14 Australian dollars a month, because I figured this place I can get everything I need. And even if I do decide to just pay $1 for whatever design individually on the site, I'm never going to want more than 14 designs in a month. So I think it's going to be more cost effective. I'm going to have just as good a range, and what I've been doing is downloading them. Now of course it does also say that they are available for commercial use. I do believe that's only as long as you keep your subscription up. So if you decide the following month not to renew, then the designs you've downloaded you'll no longer be able to use for commercial use. But I don't sell anything that I make, so I don't need to worry too much about that. So this is a great one. Check it out. I do have an affiliate link below. I'm not quite sure what I get, to be honest. It does say that I've referred a few people and it's giving me extra storage, but I don't really know what that means. I use everything in my iCloud, but definitely check it out. And if you're like me, you want to wait a few days, you might get that offer of $1 for the month as well. Alright, moving on is the Great British Sewing Bee. Now this could kind of be an oldie and a newie because it's been going, this is the 7th year, but it's new because it came back middle of April, and I absolutely love the Great British Sewing Bee. If you're not familiar with it, it's a competition similar to Project Runway, but it's not necessarily about the design elements. It is more about the craftsmanship and the seamstress work that they do, so, and the quality of their sewing. A little bit addictive. I love looking forward to it, and I think it's just 12 weeks maybe, not too sure, but definitely check that out if you've not come across it before. The next thing I want to show you, this did not make my craft haul video actually, I completely forgot to include it, but we have a guy that comes into work. It's called Books and Gifts, and they bring completely random stuff into the office, mainly books, a few gifts. These were $20 for a pack of 2, so I've already started working my way through. I mean, it's crazy, but I love it. If I just quickly show you a 12 by 12 sheet, it's not too far off. There's a bit of a border, tiny, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch too small, but it's so close to being a 12 by 12. But these are just great. I think if you've got a lot of space on your walls, you can write stuff out, leave it out. It's fun for the kids. Might not necessarily be crafting, probably more organising. That's what I've been using it for, with reminders and things. Put them on the fridge, and just, you can put them on the kitchen cupboards. It's just post-it notes. So loving these, and they were a bargain. There is a website for them and you can order direct. I don't think you actually need to have them come into your office. So I'll put the link down below just in case you're curious about that. And the last new thing I want to show you, again, this didn't quite make my craft haul video. I completely forgot about it, to be honest, because I've now set up my sewing room in our little granny flat. I figure we're not going to get visitors for quite a while, seeing as Australia is refusing to open its borders for international visitors. So I've kind of converted the granny flat into a little sewing den. But this is my new baby. This is the iPink embroidery machine, and I've been trying to get this for a while from Spotlight while they had the VIP sale on, but I managed to get it actually off a lady off Gumtree, which is like a second-hand selling place in Australia. And I got it for a bargain. It has took me a little bit of while to get used to it, a bit of a steep learning curve. So these are some of the designs that I've already made on it, the successful ones. I've had lots of failures along the way, but these are ones I'm proud of, and that is my 4 new things. Now let's move on to old, and what I wanted to share with you first of all is an Instagram account. So I'm hoping this is going to come up okay. Now Rachel Lowe is a fellow West Australian. She's on many design teams, if you can see Cocoa Vanilla and you Uniquely Creative. Have a look through her Instagram account. It's absolutely stunning. She makes the most gorgeous 3D creations, and she's recently opened her own little shop selling some of these designs as well. So I'll find her links, put them down below. Look at this. She's just got an eye for design, hasn't she? Every creation is so gorgeous. And if you've not heard of her, check her out. Oh, this is it, the Paper Jar. That's the name of her new shop. So I'll definitely link that down below. All of her stuff is beautiful, so please check her out if you've not come across her. And the next old one is my 123 punch board. Now, I haven't used this for a while and I've not got any pictures or anything, but this is one of the things that I made with it. It's just a little box. First time making a box. But I've been making heaps of cards as well this month, so I've been using it to make envelopes as well. So definitely love having that in my stash, and definitely realise that I don't use it as much as I should. Whilst I've got my phone out, the other thing that I have done from a paper crafting point of view, I'm just looking on my Instagram account now, is these watercolour sheets. Now these are from Uniquely Creative. So this was a little May sign that I made. I added some of those flowers on here. Also did some on a card as well, as you can see. So I'm just loving how easy it is to actually create with these watercolour sheets. I think, oh, here we go. There's a good picture for you. So this is how they come. This was me playing around. And it's just great to do in front of the TV, and it's given me a lot of opportunities to practice some of my blending with watercolours. So that's probably the most crafting that I've done throughout April, playing with those watercolour sheets. Apart from, and the last thing I want to talk about is sewing, because as I've just mentioned, I've been doing a lot of stuff setting up my, beginning of the month I set up the granny flat, and I was able to make a few little things. I made a little bag, as you can see here. I used my Cricut for the design as well. And a couple of designs I managed to do, as well as the embroidery. But that has been my month. Honestly, I've not even done a happy planner. I've got my one little word done pretty soon in the month, so that didn't take a lot of time to do. And yeah, that is it. That's why you've not seen a lot of me. But hoping to get back into it now I've got the hang of the embroidery machine. That is my craft favourites for April. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, and you'll see what I've got to share with you then. But in the meantime, have a great crafting weekend. Take care.